Welcome to today's podcast, where we're diving deep into principles and philosophies that have the power to transform your life from the ground up. I'm Jim Rohn, and I'm delighted to have you with me as we journey through insights and stories that set the stage for meaningful growth. You know, I've always believed that our personal philosophies shape our destinies. This belief wasn't something I was born with, but rather it was crafted through experiences, challenges, and learning from a lot of mistakes along the way. I remember a time early in my career when I thought working hard without a direction was enough. I was doing everything I was told, put in the hours, do the work, and you'll succeed. But I hit a point where I realized working hard is important, but working strategically is even more crucial. So I made a shift. I started surrounding myself with successful people, studying their methods and understanding their philosophies. It was then that I realized life is much like a school. If we pay attention, each of us receives a unique set of teachings that help us grow. The core of what I'll share today is centered around consistent improvement and focusing on actions that inch us closer to our goals over time. I believe that by changing our thinking, we change our lives. It doesn't have to be a massive leap. Sometimes it's the smallest shifts that make the biggest difference. Let's explore these ideas together and build a framework that helps you not only understand the importance of personal growth, but also how to achieve it step by step. So without further ado, let's dive right in and begin this exciting journey. Now that we have a sense of who I am, let's delve into the heart of our discussion today, the Ant philosophy. This philosophy boils down to a few simple yet powerful principles I've honed over the years: persistence, resilience, and continuous effort. Consider the ant. It's a remarkable creature, demonstrating an inherent understanding of what it means to prepare for the future, endlessly work towards its goals, and adapt in the face of adversity. Firstly, ants are unwaveringly persistent. Have you ever noticed how they climb over obstacles in their path? If something blocks their way, they don't just stop or give up. They either go around it or find a new route entirely. This is a key takeaway for us humans. When confronted with a barrier, our initial instinct should be to find alternative routes rather than stopping dead in our tracks. Then there's resilience. It's embodied and never give up's attitude. When seasons change, particularly as winter approaches, ants are undeterred. They instinctively understand the importance of storing up food reserves during the summer for the cold months ahead. It's crucial for us to apply this lesson to our lives, to anticipate and prepare for any downturns or challenges instead of being caught off guard. Finally, we come to continuous effort. Ants do not idle. They're always moving towards their goals without losing sight of the task at hand. This dedication should inspire us to keep pushing forward in our pursuits. These principles form the very essence of the ant philosophy: persistence, resilience, and continuous effort. We all encounter challenges, but by emulating the traits of the ant, we can navigate through them with a tenacious spirit and focused purpose. As we transition to exploring the concept of planning like an ant, think about how these core principles might already manifest in your daily life and how you can strengthen them even further, much like an ant preparing for its next adventure. Transitions are an essential part of growth, just like in the philosophy of ants. Ants are known for their remarkable planning skills, which is something we can learn from and incorporate into our own lives. Ants always look ahead and plan for the future. They work diligently in the summer to prepare for the winter. This forward-thinking mindset helps them survive and thrive despite seasonal changes. We too should think ahead and plan for what's to come. The concept here is setting long-term goals. Goals that are not just about immediate gratification, but instead shaping our future in meaningful ways. Start by visualizing where you see yourself in a year, 5 years, or even 10 years from now. Write these goals down no matter how big or small they may seem. Once you have your goals mapped out, break them down into smaller, actionable steps. It's like creating a roadmap. You're more likely to reach your destination if you have a clear route. This process makes the larger goals feel more attainable and less overwhelming. Also consider the decisions you make daily. Ants do this by ensuring their daily actions contribute to their long-term survival. Similarly, every choice you make today should be aligned with your goals for tomorrow. Ask yourself, Does this decision take me closer to my goals or not? Think about what adjustments might be necessary. It's crucial to remain flexible in your plans as well. A life is unpredictable, and sometimes our paths may need redirection. Keep revisiting your goals and plans and adjust them as required. This flexibility is crucial for lasting success. The key takeaway here is to start planning like an ant, with foresight, diligence, and adaptability. As you refine your plans and keep pushing towards your goals, you'll find that success becomes a natural progression. As we continue exploring the ant philosophy, let's dive into the concept of facing challenges with resilience. Life, as we know it, is rife with obstacles and adversities that can seem insurmountable at times. But if there's one thing we can learn from ants, it's their extraordinary ability to persist through adversity and maintain focus on their mission. Think about it. Ants encounter numerous challenges in their environment, from predators to natural disasters. Yet these tiny creatures don't give up. Instead, they adapt. They change course or perhaps even redefine their strategies, but they never lose sight of their ultimate goal. It's the spirit of resilience that we must strive to embody. When faced with our own challenges, we have to ask ourselves, are we prepared to adjust our strategies and adapt to new circumstances? Or do we let setbacks defeat us? Resilience doesn't mean charging ahead without pause. Rather, it's about recognizing when a tactic isn't working and having the courage to change it. It's about learning from mistakes and using those lessons to strengthen our approach. One practical approach is to develop a mindset where setbacks are seen as opportunities for growth. Instead of being consumed by frustration or despair, we should look for insights the experience brings. What can we learn from it that will contribute to our future success? I often say, don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. With the right mindset, we can transform every difficulty into a stepping stone for progress. Now think about how ants tirelessly work to build and rebuild. There's a lesson in their persistence and resilience. Each time we adapt and adjust in the face of adversity, we are essentially building our own colonies of strength. As we continue to explore more aspects of the ant philosophy, keep this in mind. Resilience is an art that we must master just like the ants. Let's continue pushing forward no matter the hurdles in our path. Let's transition from facing challenges to being inspired by them, cultivating a resilient spirit that fuels our journey. We've touched on how to face challenges with resilience. And now it's important to delve into a crucial aspect that often goes hand in hand with resilience, persistency over consistency. Let me illustrate this concept further by drawing upon the fascinating world of ants. When we talk about consistency, you're often thinking about showing up regularly, forming a habit, and maintaining a steady pace. And while consistency is valuable, persistency is what takes us a step further and teach us a very simple yet powerful lesson. They are ceaseless in their efforts, and if one path is blocked, they will look for another way. This isn't just about being consistent in taking the same path. It's about being persistent in finding solutions and moving ahead regardless of obstacles. This philosophy encourages us to be ever on the lookout for opportunities to progress. It's the idea of making a bit of progress every single day. Just as ants work collectively and tirelessly, we must persist with our goals, adapting as necessary and pushing forward inch by inch. You see, life will inevitably test our consistency. Some days might disrupt our routines or challenge our established patterns. But that's where persistency steps in to bridge the gap. Consistency might mean you do something daily, but persistency means no matter the circumstance, you keep going. This proactive effort, much like the persistent march of ants, eventually leads to substantial accomplishments. The key takeaway is to remain undeterred by temporary setbacks. Instead, use them to fuel your determination and find alternative paths to your goals. So if you ever find yourself stuck or at a standstill, ask yourself this: am I being merely consistent, or am I persistently seeking a way forward? The ants remind us that what truly counts is how we choose to respond when our path seems blocked. Let this philosophy of persistency be a guiding force in your journey. It's not only about the frequency of your actions, but the unwavering commitment to your progress. As we transition to our next topic, remember that life's ever-changing challenges call for this very mindset. Now, when we discuss adaptability, we can learn a lot from our little friends. The ants. Ants are incredibly adaptable creatures. When an ant encounters a barrier, it doesn't just sit there and wait for the obstacle to go away. It finds a way around it or even over it if necessary. This ability to adapt is crucial in our own lives. Just like the ant, we might face barriers or challenges in our paths. It is up to us to be flexible and find new routes, new solutions to keep moving towards our goals. You see, sometimes life doesn't go according to our perfect plans. Circumstances change, and we need to be willing to shift our approach accordingly. This could mean finding new methods, learning new skills, or even adjusting our goals. Adaptability requires a mindset that is open to change. It means being innovative and creative in how we handle obstacles. Whether we need to embrace new technologies, alter our strategies, or rethink our processes, adaptability is key to our success. I often say success is not to be pursued. It is to be attracted by the person you become. Part of becoming that person is being adaptable, being able to adjust and thrive in an ever-changing world. So let's take a lesson from the ants. Let's be prepared to take alternate routes if necessary. Continue searching for solutions and stay open to evolving circumstances. It's adaptability that keeps us resilient and ensures we're always moving forward. And as we transition to our next segment, let's hold on to this idea of adaptability. Remember, life will keep changing, and remain flexible is how we keep up. Our journey isn't over yet, and there's more to discover on how to navigate these changes effectively. Continuing from where we left off on adaptability, let's delve into the idea of never giving up. This principle has stood as a hallmark of not just personal but collective resilience. Let me take you on a journey through stories of remarkable individuals who personified this trait through their acts of perseverance. Imagine the labor and struggle of an ant carrying a burden much heavier than itself, despite the obstacles. It never stops. It symbolizes patience and unwavering determination. Many people may appear to have it easy, yet underneath there's an undercurrent of trials and errors. One such story I want to share is about a gentleman named Sylvester Stallone. Before the fame of Rocky, Stallone was just like any other struggling artist facing rejection after rejection. He even resorted to selling his dog just to survive. But like an ant, he doggedly pushed forward, refining his script and his dreams until he finally got his big break. It wasn't just about talent or being at the right place at the right time. It was his resolve not to give up. Sylvester believed in his vision and relentlessly pursued it. His story is a powerful reminder. Just as the ant never hesitates to try again, nor lets a failed attempt deter it, we must adopt this mindset or systems to navigate life's unpredictable terrain. Another story that comes to mind is about Thomas Edison and his thousands of unsuccessful attempts to invent the light bulb. At any point, he could have surrendered to the mountain of failures. Yet Edison possessed the ant's mentality. He viewed each failure as a stepping stone to success. This resilience paid off. Lighting the world is his legacy. Both of these stories emphasize that the power to endure and innovate lies within us. We must channel our inner ant, understanding that perseverance in the face of adversity often leads us towards breakthroughs that are otherwise impossible. Reflect on these examples as you navigate your journey. So as we wrap up this enlightening discussion, let's reflect on the essence of the ant philosophy. It's about resilience, perseverance, and continuous progress, regardless of what life throws our way. Now, the true question is, how do we incorporate these principles into our own lives? First and foremost, start by setting clear goals, like our little friends. Know exactly what you're aiming for. Don't just survive. Thrive with purpose and move steadily towards your objectives. Next, break down these goals into manageable steps. Think of the tiny grains an ant carries. Each one may seem small, but they're taking actionable steps toward a larger goal. Begin with simple, achievable tasks and gradually build up. And remember to be adaptable. An ant doesn't stop or sulk when a barrier arises. It finds a way over, under, or around it. You too must be ready to pivot and adjust. keeping your ultimate focus in sight. Consistency is key. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Each day is an opportunity to progress, however small that progression might seem. Put in the work, day in and day out, and you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish. Finally, surround yourself with positivity and support. Just as ants work together to achieve their goals, seek out a community that inspires cooperation and mutual encouragement. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals can propel you to heights you never imagined. The beautiful thing about adopting the ant philosophy is its power to revolutionize our mindset. Start today with what you have and keep moving forward. No matter how small the beginning feels, rest assured, persistence will yield results. Can you encourage you to take your first step today, not tomorrow or next week. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. Begin by taking action, no matter how small, and commit to the journey of personal growth. With that said, thank you for being a part of this session today. Let's embrace the ant philosophy together and strive towards daily improvement. Until next time, keep pushing forward, one small step at a time. Goodbye and take care.